Welcome to our discussion of Parshat Tetzaveh. God comes to visit you. Parshat Tetzaveh generally is talking about the vestments, the garments of the high priest, Kohanim, and a ceremony to designate them as the priests, as the Kohanim. But as part of that ceremony, it talks about the daily offering. This daily offering is repeated elsewhere in Parshat Pinchas, where all the sacrifices are. And strangely, it appears here, in the middle of this dedication ceremony, we learn about what is to be done to bring the daily offering. But at the end of that discussion about the daily offering, one sheep in the morning, one in the afternoon, it says that this is a daily offering at the opening of the tent of meeting, of the Ol Moed, where God will appear to you. And God will appear there and will be sanctified with his honor. And he will sanctify it, and he will dwell among the people, and it will be his people. And we will know that God took us out of Egypt to dwell among us. Talking about the daily offering, what's the connection to this notion of God dwelling with us? So Ibn Ezra, the Sphard-Beth seem to deal with a bit. They say that God will gather there. Where? The place of prayer. If you have a place of prayer, that is where God will gather. And this is a source really for the idea of a minyan. Where do we get the chutzpah to say that if we have 10 men, we have a quorum, then the divine presence, the Shekhinah, go be'asara, Shekhinah Shari, wherever you have 10 men, the presence of God is there. Who gives us such authority to say such a thing? The answer could be right here in this parsha, that when Jews gather to pray, and then again, what constitutes Jews gathering to pray? So certainly if you have one Beis Hamikdash, one holy temple in Jerusalem, one Mishkan, one tabernacle, and the Jews offer there, so surely God will dwell there. But wherever it is that Jews gather to bring their daily offerings, our Shachris, Mincha, Mariv, that's where God dwells among us as well. The Sphard-Beth says, I will dwell among the people to accept their service and to hear their prayers. So the vision that we started out at the beginning of Truma, now we're at the end of Tetzaveh, we're sort of at the end of this section. The ultimate vision was, Asuli Mikdash, make for me a sanctuary, and I will dwell among them. So now we say, well, what does it mean to make a sanctuary? It's not an empty place where you have the furniture, you have a temple. The Beis Hamikdash is a place where you do the worship. And when you do that worship, God will appear. And when God appears, we will have the Shekhinah, will have divine presence. We believe that even today, when Jews gather together as a community, we say that 10 constitutes a community. 10 people get together to daven, that the divine presence comes with them as well. The ultimate vision of the Mishkan and of the dwelling of God in our presence will come to fruition when one day, yet again, when we are able to bring our sacrifices communally and one community in the temple in Jerusalem, surely God will dwell with us. But even today, when 10 Jews gather, Shachanti b'toch bnei Israel, I will dwell among the people of Israel. This, when we gather, when Jews gather, God listens, God comes. God is there, he's present, and this is the great blessing of our worship. Thank you for joining us here at the Anshei Sphard-Beth congregation for our discussion of the parsha. Join us each week for a discussion of the holidays. And thank you, and thanks to Jason Lefkowitz, our producer. Thank you.